So I just have the questions because I went through the summer analyst process for 2022. And then I just have the questions on how a student should come across for banking interviews. Because from my experience, I was told that you should be a little bit more energetic, right? And what I found myself was doing is that I become too bubbly or a little bit too excited. So I was wondering, like, in your opinion, like, what is like the right attitude to approach interviews, whether that be like more laid back, act a little bit cooler, or like kind of mimicking your interviewer's attitude?
So I think actually, like, yeah, it's you have to kind of mirror the person that's interviewing you, right?
Mhm.
So it's not like a one size fits all thing where it's like always do this or always do that. I mean, like, with some caveats, right? Like, sometimes your interviewer will deliberately go out of their way to like very unfriendly and serious and super
Mhm.
stern and show no facial expression whatsoever. Like, I'm not telling you to mirror that, right? Because
Mhm.
that would just that's just a bad idea, right? But like, but no matter what, I think like some fundamental principles, like obviously you always want to be confident in
Mhm.
like the way you're speaking, and a lot of that comes down to body language, eye contact, tonality, delivery. Um, so that's like no matter who you're talking to, right?
Mhm.
But I think like yeah, if the banker is like more serious, then you're probably going to be more serious, right? If the banker is like very
Mhm.
friendly and laid back, then you don't want to be like super uptight and serious, right? Like you want to kind of like match your
Right.
energy level, right? So that's one. Always want to be professional no matter what. This, so like even if they're very chill and laid back, maybe they're swearing during the interview, like you're still not going to want to like go to that level, right? Like you're not
Mhm.
gonna, just in case like you get dinged for it, right? So there's like some common sense involved. I think like in terms of like upbeat and bubbly or coming across too upbeat or too bubbly, I don't know, like it depends on what you mean by that. I will have to see an example, or like I would have to see how you actually answer some of these questions, or, like when you do mock interviews with us. But in general, like I would say being more upbeat and more bubbly is, all else equal, is better than, some people are like very low energy, very monotone,
Mhm.
and they don't like, I used to have that problem when I was in college, actually. Like,
Mhm.
so I would just, I was like very laid back. Um, I didn't speak how I speak now at all. And even now, I might still be a little bit monotone, but like back then, I was very monotone. Um, and so I actually had to have like a separate interview voice, was what I called it, where
Mhm.
I put more, I had to like put more effort into how I speak. And it was like not really how I normally would speak to my friends and other people. And it was more energetic, it was more upbeat and had more inflection in my voice. Because otherwise, like the interviewer would just be super bored. Like my roommate was like, hey, we should record your mock interview, and then like you can watch it afterwards. And when I was watching my own recording, I was like, true story, I actually started dozing off because I was so that was when I realized, I was like, holy crap, like I'm really boring, or I'm coming across really boring. If I think I'm boring, then like the interviewer definitely thinks I'm boring, right?
Mhm.
So anyway, like it's just, it really depends, right? Um but in general, I think like being more upbeat and more bubbly is, again, I don't like the term bubbly. I don't think you want to be like too bubbly, right? But like, I think being
Mhm.
more upbeat and being more energetic and is generally a good thing, right? And then like, I think smiling is always a good thing, because
Mhm.
people who smile are just more likable, like subconsciously, not even like, they're not even like doing it on purpose. But if you smile, like you're just, it's more likely for the interviewer to like you. So like, there's things like that.
Mhm. Gotcha, gotcha. Thank you so much.
Sure. Hey there, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're looking for more customized advice that's tailored for your specific situation, then I invite you to book a free strategy session with our team at the link below. We'll talk to you soon.